Hello students, in this video I am going to talk about lattice energy or enthalpy as you call it, and I will also tell you how to solve few of the questions in the exam related on this topic. Now the very first definition of lattice energy is that it is the energy required to completely separate a mole of solid ionic compound into gaseous atom. Now what do we mean by this is, for example, let's take an ionic compound which is NaCl, and I have taken it in gas. Now the energy required to break the bond between NaCl and convert them into its respective ions, this particular energy is called as lattice energy. I will repeat, I required energy to break the bond between an ionic compound to make it into its respective cation and anion in the gaseous state. The energy I required is called as lattice energy. Since I have provided energy to break the bond, this particular reaction will have delta H equal to positive, or I will say it is endothermic reaction. Now the other definition of lattice energy is that the energy released when an ionic compound is formed from the individual atoms in the gaseous state. Now I will take the same example. I have individual cation in Na plus form, the individual anion in Cl minus form. Now I have to bring both of them together to form a lattice. I want them to be together in a particular space or in a particular position so that the lattice of NaCl can be formed. So if I am combining both of them, what will happen? It will give me NaCl. And during the formation of this ionic compound, the energy will be released. Right? So the delta H in this case is negative, and such reactions are called as exothermic. So lattice energy can be either ways, wherein you are breaking a ionic compound into its constituents, cations and anions, and also it can be the energy released when you are taking a cation and an anion from infinite positions and you are bringing them together to form a lattice. Now, how do you calculate lattice energy? Lattice energy is equal to K Q1 Q2 upon R. Now K is a constant, Q1 is the charge on cation, Q2 is charge on anion, and R is the distance between the cation and anion. And what do you mean by the distance? You mean the radius of the cation and anion. Now if I break it, it can be written as K Q1 Q2, or I will say it is Q plus and Q minus, because I have already stated what is Q plus. Q plus is the charge on the cation, Q minus is charge on the anion, divided by the radius of the cation and the radius of anion. Right? Now so the lattice energy is directly proportional to Q1. It is also directly proportional to Q negative, the charge on the anion. It is inversely proportional to the radius of the cation and inversely proportional to the radius of the anion. Now before I move forward with this thing, there is a little controversy, or I can say there is a little contradiction here in the statement. If I am talking about, let's assume, a particular compound, and I am saying the lattice energy is more as, let's say talk about the anion, as the charge on anion is more. Okay. Now for example, let me take an anion here. I am talking about an anion which has a negative sign and the other which is having a 2 negative sign. Now if I have to choose between the two, I know which one will be having the more lattice energy, this particular one. But at the same time, it means that as the charge on the anion is more, then the size is more, because we know anions are bigger in the size as compared to their parent atom, so the radius is more. So lattice energy is more when the size is more. But here I am also saying that the radius would be small. So these two parameters would not be running simultaneously. Right, these are the factors on which it depends, true, but if I have to select, I will always remember that charge factor predominates radius factor. What was this? This was a contradiction. I am telling you this in advance so that you do not get confused while solving the questions. So if in a particular question I am considering the charge beta, then let me only consider charge, and if only the charges are same in that particular question, then I will consider the radius factor. Otherwise I'm not even going to look at the radius factor if the charges are different. I hope this is clear, because this won't create any more confusions in solving the questions. You will also ask then why this particular logic has been applied. Why is the radius inversely proportional to the lattice energy? So the simplest reason is, if the radius is small, imagine if the radius is small, the effective nuclear charge is going to be more, because the nucleus would be able to easily or strongly hold or attract the electrons of the other atom. And if that bond is strong, there would be more energy required to form the bond. So the logic is correct here, that if the radius is small, effective nuclear charge will be more, the bond would be stronger, and energy, very high energy would be required to break the bond. So this is right, but it only contradicts when you are looking at both the factors at the same time. So we will only look at the predominant factor, which is the charge factor. Let's try and solve few of the questions for more clarity. I will write the concept here, that if you are talking about the charges, then it has to be like this, and if you're talking about the radius, it has to be like this, and we will not consider all of them together. I will first of all consider the charge factor, and if that is not applicable, then I will move to the radius factor. So now the first case, if I talk about, this is lithium plus fluoride minus, and this is Na plus and F minus. Now the first of all I have to check if there is any common ion so that I can ignore it. So if this is common in both, I am only left with to consider Li plus and Na plus, right? So now I have to say that the anions are same, so they are not going to affect the lattice energy in any of them. And if I talk about the cation, I have lithium and sodium, and we know that lithium and sodium both belong to the same group. And as we go down the group, the size increases. So which is having the more size? So if I talk about in terms of size, Na plus is bigger than lithium plus. Why I'm directly moving to the size? Because the charge on the cation is also the same. So firstly I ignored the ion which was same. Then I moved to the charge, because that is my main factor that I have to study. The charge on both of them was same. So I moved on the next factor, which is size. And in size, sodium was more. So if sodium ion has more size, then which will have more lattice enthalpy beta? I will just mark it. The lattice enthalpy would be more for lithium, because it is inversely proportional to the lattice enthalpy. Now let's talk about the next one. Here I have the cation same. Let me write down the cation and anion here. It is going to be Al3 plus, here it is O2 minus. Here it is A3 plus and it is N3 minus, right? So what I am going to ignore? I am going to ignore Al3 plus, because they are common in both. Now I have anion, and first I will look at the charge. Which of them is having higher charge? This one. And we know that charge is directly proportional to the lattice enthalpy. So if this is particular having 3 minus and this is having 2 minus, this is of higher charge, and I will say the lattice enthalpy is higher for aluminium nitride. Similarly, if I go to the next one, I have Al3 plus and Cl minus. I am not writing in this the exact number of atoms of chlorine here, because I am not concerned with that. I am only concerned with the charges. So these are the cation and anion present in both of them. Now I have to ignore chloride because it is common in both. Now first I will check for the charge on the cation. Here it is 3 plus, here it is 2 plus, and charges are directly proportional to the lattice enthalpy. So this is going to have more lattice enthalpy than the other. Alright, in the next one I have K plus, Br minus, K plus, iodine minus. So again this is common. so let's ignore it. Now I will see the charge for the rest. The other is bromide and the other is iodide. They both have 1 minus, so I'm not going to consider the charge factor. Then I will move to my radius factor. I know that iodine is bigger than bromine because bromine and iodine, they belong to the halogen group, and iodine is definitely bigger than bromide ion. So the concept, the lattice enthalpy would be higher for Ki. Now let's move to CCl4 and SiCl4. Here it is going to be C4 plus Cl minus, Si4 plus Cl minus. Cl minus Cl minus is common. So I'm left with the charges of the cation. The charges are same. So now we will move towards the size. Whose size is bigger? We know that they both belong to the same group. So the size of silicon is bigger as it comes after carbon in the carbon family. So this is having bigger size. So if it is having bigger size, which will have the more lattice enthalpy? It is going to be for CCl4. So sorry, I just reversed it. I said that iodine is bigger in size, so the lattice enthalpy is inversely proportional and it would be more for KBr. I'm really sorry. Now the next compound, we have Na2 and MgO. Here sodium is Na plus, oxygen is 2 minus. Here it is Mg2 plus and O2 minus. Now this is common. Now I have to see the charges. The charges here is 2 plus, here it is 1 plus. So definitely which one is going to be having the higher lattice enthalpy? It is definitely going to be MgO, because the lattice enthalpy is higher for the higher charges. Now next is NaF and MgCl2. Now here the cation is also different, the anion is also different. Now what we will do? Now we can see they have same charge. I told you that the charge factor is the predominant factor. So I'm not going to directly compare the sizes of fluoride and chloride. First I will talk about the charge. They have the same charge, and if I talk about Na plus and Mg2 plus, who is having the more charge? Mg2 plus. So this is going to be like this. Now we have NaF MgO. So I have Na plus, F minus, Mg2 plus and O2 minus. Now again I have to see that the cation and the anion, they both are of different nature. I do not have any common anion or cation here. What I can directly see by comparing both of them, the cation here also is having more charge than the cation here, and here the anion is having more charge than the anion here. So I do not even need to consider anything else. The lattice energy is directly in this order. Now if I talk about this, it is Na plus and O2 minus, and here it is Mg2 plus and O2 minus. Again O2 minus is common. Who is having the more charge here? It is this. And the last is Na plus, F minus. Here it is Mg2 plus, F minus. Common. Which is having the more charge out of Na plus and Mg2 plus? It is this. I hope the concept is clear and you do not get confused in any of the questions related to lattice enthalpy in your entrance exams.